Good morning, Connecticut. Denis O'Brien, President of O'Brien Retirement Investment Group in Mystic, Connecticut. If you would like my Retirement 10 Commandments, go to www.o'brienretire.com. Retirement in a Nutshell, 18-page cash flow report also awaits you if you would like it. Just go to my website at o'brienretire.com. I'm with Karen Etchells, President, owner of Innovast Digital Marketing. She is your web design and social media expert. She'll design a whole strategy for you. And believe me, I needed it because I did not want to get involved with. I have a website guy already, Karen. I've introduced to Karen, but the social media thing was scaring the lights out of me because I knew I had to go through compliance.
Sure.
I had to have screenshots. I had to have the URLs. I had to have the thing designed. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to do it. I didn't have an interest in learning it. I have too many other things I wanted to do, so I needed a pro to help me, okay? And I know everybody in town is on these darn things. I'm on it all the time.
Right.
Let's face it, we're all addicted to Facebook, okay? They've addicted us, right? Wouldn't you agree with that?
Well, they knew how to do it.
They sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, it started out a hotel dorm room in Harvard. Mark Zuckerberg in
Right.
03, was it? 03,
It's a
04?
long time back, yeah.
Yeah, he started this out of his dorm room.
Right.
and I heard a joke the other day. You want to hear it?
Sure.
like you have a choice, right? Every day I walk down the street and I tell pastors what I've eaten, how I feel, how I've done the night before, and what I'll do the rest of the day. I give them pictures of my wife, my daughter, my dog, me gardening and on holiday, spending time by the pool. I also listen to their conversations and tell them I like them and give them my opinion on every subject that interests me, whether it interests them or not. And it works. I already have 4 people following me, 2 police officers, a social worker, and a psychiatrist. You know, the funniest jokes are usually a little bit of truth in them.
Sure.
But that's what Facebook does.
It connects people.
It does connect.
We're all alike in different ways, so we have things in common and things that are different, and those things are interesting to other people. And
Fascinating to other people.
everybody likes to watch people.
Watch people.
Yeah.
So you help businesses get on there and develop followers? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah.
But one thing when you're on social media, especially now because there's so much noise out there,
Right.
is to put out content that's of value. So
Right.
you have to differentiate yourself, and
Right.
it's more to just being there now because anybody can just throw up a picture and
Right.
do that.
Right.
But there has to be some kind of a strategy to get people to engage with your content and to want more of it.
Right.
So-
Right. Because a lot of financial advisors, they contract with a firm that puts out this canned post stuff, you know?
Sure, and they're all the same.
And they're all the same, and I read them and I go, oh my God, this is horrible. Because it doesn't reflect what I'm doing.
Right.
It just reflects what 100,000 other people are doing. And so when you run your business, you run it uniquely after what you're like.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So that's what I want my Facebook,
Exactly.
LinkedIn, Twitter posts to be like.
To reflect why to do business
Right.
with Denis O'Brien.
Right. So Karen is going to post for me, but we're going to get together and do 100 of them ahead of time that reflect what I'm doing, or 2,
Right.
or whatever the number
It's
is.
your unique message.
It's my unique message, what
Yeah.
I do and how I do things, which is unique to everyone else. And that's the thing about financial advisors, digital media, website design. They all have their own unique take
Exactly.
on their subject matter. You agree with that?
Oh yeah, and it's the challenge of getting that uniqueness across. So, why do business with you over someone else? That's exactly it. That has to be put out there and packaged in a way that people want to consume it. Not that you're just pushing out your message, me,
Right.
but how you can make a difference in someone else's life.
Right. How can you benefit me? What do you have that's unique?
Right. The what's in it for me. The
What's
with
in
them.
it for me? But that's
what everybody
That's
wants.
the most honest way of looking at it.
Yeah.
And
Answer
the best
that.
proposition is when both parties benefit.
Right.
So you said something very interesting to me this week, which was if you have an old website and that old website is not mobile friendly, okay, you might as well just throw your dollars away because it's got to be mobile friendly. What do you mean by that?
That's increasingly important. Google's the search engine that most people use,
Right.
and Google uses different kind of different things to rank sites.
Right.
So One of them is mobile friendliness. It's like speed of loading. People don't want to wait anymore. They're impatient.
Yep.
Being mobile friendly is increasingly important. People are on the go and
Yep.
they look up what they need at the moment,
At the
you know,
moment.
and you've got to be instantly readable. It's not just that, oh, you can pinch and zoom to read.
Right.
People want everything easily delivered to them. It has to be consumable. And then even in your messaging, it has to be something that resonates with people.
So, like, you know, Peter Maneri, who's in our CPA out of Norwich, who was a guest a couple of weeks ago and is in our BNI group. You redid Peter's
Website.
you did his website, and you've been doing his digital media campaign too.
Right, his social media.
So I liked his website. I liked his business page on Facebook, and I've been getting Peter's messages maybe once a day,
Yep.
once every couple of days, and they're really good. They're really good.
Good.
So I'm talking to Peter yesterday, and I said, Peter, how's it going? He goes, you cannot believe what Karen has done for my business. He goes, I had 4 or 5 new people come in this week that found me through a Google search, spurred on by what you're doing.
Right. Google My Business is another way that you can get the local people
Right.
to raise awareness that you're there, right,
Right.
in their area. You know,
Right.
that people.
I just find it fascinating because, you know, when I put portfolios together, you know,
Right.
I'm just going over a little bit, but I call these millennium portfolios, you know, the Googles of the world, the Facebooks. I can't make a specific recommendation here. Facebooks of the world, all these companies that they have monopolies. They have a moat. The competitors. If somebody comes up and rising like WhatsApp or Snap, they buy them.
Yeah.
You know, so you see this too. That
Oh,
you
sure.
know who you have to go to, right?
Yeah, and there are different platforms that different ages and different demographics will gravitate towards.
Right.
So depending on who your target audience is,
Yeah.
that defines where you should be.
Right.
Where should you put your message, and how to best package that message
Right.
so that those people are receptive to hearing it.
Now, what about the big gorilla in the room, Amazon?
Yeah.
I'm into Amazon's site the other day. I wake up early in the morning, 4:30. I can't sleep. Mind's racing. Anybody in business kind of knows. So I got on the Amazon site. I really stopped to really go through it, you know, and everything else. And they had a thing at the bottom of the page helping business owners who are in arts and crafts or, you know, small, unique, creative businesses. They can set up an Amazon link
Sure.
and everything else. How does that relate to what you're doing, and how does the small guy out there, small gal out there, fit into that?
Well, Amazon is just huge. It's with their Prime program, everybody can just click and buy, and
Right.
they don't have to go through, you know, entering the card information and all of that. So
Amazing.
they've eliminated a lot of barriers to people leaving in a shopping cart, you know, without closing the sale,
Right.
because they just make it so easy. So
They
people
do.
want something in an impulse, they can
2 o'clock in the morning.
instantly buy it. It's there the next day, right?
It's crazy, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, so they've opened it so that merchants, even smaller merchants, can work through Amazon.
Right.
It's kind of a double-edged sword because, of course, they get a piece of the pie
Right.
versus your website,
Right.
but it's a fantastic way to get more exposure, more eyeballs
Right.
onto what you have to offer.
Right,
So-
right. So you recommend at least
Oh,
once you
yeah.
get your once you've done the website and set up your own
It
digital,
complements.
it complements what you're doing.
Yep.
Then if it fits in and you're willing to work out the margins
Right,
that they're going to take, it might be a good compliment for you.
for sure.
Now I'll tell you a funny story. When I went to the BNI meeting, and somebody asked how many people are using Amazon. Everybody put their hand up, right? Visitors, guests, probably 25 people in the room. I said, how many people own Amazon stock?
Mm.
Nobody put their hand up. So people, I know it's way up, but it's one of those companies that you may want to look at, especially if we get a market dip, because I just think it's you see the empty storefronts in the mall, you see the wave, the millenniums coming up, and the millenniums are very, very different the way they shop, and
Yeah.
Karen can help you reach them in a way that an old goat like me could not. That's why I hired this young, vibrant person to help me. She's laughing here, but it's true. She just has. She's come up the hard way. Nobody's given her anything. I trust her implicitly. She's one of these people that she's working on a project. She will not let go of the bone. She works. He's one of these people I can vouch for. You'll never get anybody that'll work harder for you, and very, very, very fair price.
Thank you,
But,
Dennis.
no, absolutely. I don't have anybody on that I don't trust, like, and would refer to in a second, and you're one of those people. Now, how can people reach you?
It's www.innovast, INNOVAST.com, and also my phone number is 860-634-3836.
Okay, so they can reach you anytime and do that sort of thing.
Sure can.
It's very, very interesting stuff. We'll talk on the third segment a little bit more about some interesting stories of how you help people and stuff like that. Because you know and I know that we can get into the jargon and people are, what can you do? I mean, how have you helped people? How have you made a difference in terms of someone starting a business or whatever? And that, bear in mind out there, people, this could be for your nonprofit, this could be for your political campaign, this can be for anything where you're trying to get out there and reach eyeballs.
Sure.
Okay? This is not just for profit business, although, we do need that, right? So it's one of those things you do want to talk about. Please, everybody, be careful out there. They're talking about 48 inches of snow tonight, so please be very, very careful, especially tomorrow morning. If you need to get some food, go get it. Whatever holds you up
Get
tight.
your bread and milk.
Make sure the Netflix is all ready to go. We're all set. Dennis O'Brien, www.o'brienretire.com. We'll talk to you in a few. Thanks.